Hey, where are we now?
Epcot?
Really? Really? Hey, where are we now?
Epcot Food and Wine.
Ah, part 2. We have made our first stop at Hawaii, which is right over there, and we've gotten our first pickup of the day. The slow roasted pork slider with sweet and sour dole, pineapple chutney, and spicy mayonnaise. I got the Maui Brewing Company Orange Mango Guava Hazy IPA, and Michelle got that very pretty Aulani Sunrise, which is vodka, dole, pineapple juice, and grenadine. And of course, it wouldn't be a real Epcot festival without trash can table time, right? And since it was right next door, I also grabbed the Bushberry Spiced Shrimp Skewer with sweet and sour vegetables and coconut chili sauce. And I've already had a little bit of taste of the sauce, and it's pretty good. And then I will review everything I just had. I'm gonna start with Hawaii. Pork slider was incredible. The pork was perfectly cooked. That pineapple chutney and on top of it was, and the mayonnaise was so good. Especially on that little, the perfect bun for it. I'll tell you that the shrimp skewer also phenomenal. Just a little bit of heat from that spicy sauce, and the shrimp was perfectly cooked, and the vegetables underneath were nice and crunchy while still being cooked properly, especially those snap peas. Loved it. The guava IPA, really good way to finish that out. Yeah, all in all, that was a really good start to the food and wine. Now let's see what Michelle says about her Aulani Sunrise.
It's really good. It's everything I expected it to be, I suppose. But yeah, it's not too sweet, and a pretty little flower in it.
Which she took Instagram pictures of. Michelle and I have gone to the Mexico Pavilion to get from their stand the flauta de barbacoa, which is a fried tortilla filled with barbacoa beef, topped with salsa verde, crema mexicana, and queso fresco. And I picked up the tostado de camarones, which is tempura battered shrimp atop a fried core tortilla with guacamole, cabbage, chipotle aioli, diced mango, and chili lime powder. And Michelle picked up the mango sunrise margarita, which is Dos Hombres Mezcal, Centinela tequila, mango puree, and black currant liquor with a chili lime salt rim. And I picked up the Poblano margarita, which is Lalo tequila blanco, Abasolo corn whiskey, lime juice, and Ancho Reyes verde chili poblano liqueur with a salt rim. And we're enjoying our food from the La Cantina de San Enel seating area, which is very kind of them to let us sit here.
All right, so I had the barbacoa, and it was fairly plain, but that's kind of how I roll. I was like, just the tortilla with beef and queso. But it was really, really good. Very tasty. And then I got the margarita. I got the mango sunrise margarita. And it's also very good. It's a little on the sweet side, but I'm enjoying it.
I did the tostada de camarones, and the shrimp were perfectly cooked. The tortilla was really nice and crispy, and it was some amazing guacamole on there. I'm not saying it's the best dish I've had today even, but it was a pretty decent dish. I actually would probably put it in third place so far. So it's in last place, but it wasn't a bad thing. And this margarita reminds me very much of the El Diablo they used to have in La Cava del Tequila. It's got a slight heat to it from the Ancho Reyes liqueur, and it's lovely. Yeah, everything about this was good. It just didn't catch me as much as like that pork slider did when I first ate it. So it's in third place right now. We have stopped at the China Pavilion, and we've gotten the pan-fried chicken dumplings with house-made sweet and spicy sauce. And I also picked up the beer. Now, on the menu, it's supposed to be the Brew Hub Lychee Food Draft Beer, but they said that they ran out of the lychee, and they switched over to the Brew Hub Dragon Fruit Draft Beer. So it's a little bit slightly different, and that's right there. So we have the Dragon Fruit beer, and we have these dumplings from China. I am personally a sucker for a good dumpling. So those were excellent. The dumplings had a really good sauce on them. They're really perfectly cooked, really, really tasty. However, that dragon fruit beer, now Michelle says I'm crazy and says I'm tasting things because I had her try it, but it tasted like soap. I mean, I got soap on every sip. So I don't know. Maybe I just have some gene that makes me taste dragon fruit like soap or something. I don't know. But whatever. Beer, not so much. Dumplings, A+.
Hi.
So one of the things that I have been looking forward to picking up here is the lamb hero from Greece. Looking forward to trying this. For the price you pay for that one, that was probably one of the larger portions you get. Michelle commented on it as I tried it. Perfect. It was exactly what you expect from a lamb hero. Nothing to write home about. I wouldn't say like, oh, it's the greatest lamb hero I ever had, but it's definitely really good. It was spiced well. The tzatziki sauce was perfect. The lettuce was crispy. The pita bread was perfect. So, yeah, it was exactly what you expected. Nothing you didn't. So good. Michelle and I figured that if we're going to come here to the Food and Wine Festival, we might as well quick pop on Living with the Land to see where our food was made. Aw, look, they prepared a table for us. Michelle and I have made our way over to Forest and Field. This is the autumn chili with bison, lamb, and pork belly, root vegetables, jalapeno cornbread, smoked cheddar, and creme fraiche. And I also picked up their little seasonal beer. I picked up the Brewery Armagong All Hallows Treat Chocolate Peanut Butter Imperial Stout, which sounds really good. And Michelle decided that from our part 1 video, which you definitely should check out, that she needed to get the pumpkin mascarpone ravioli with sage brown butter, pecorino cheese, and hazelnut praline. And we were eating them stacked on top of our Starbucks cups because, well, it's rainy and these bowls are made out of paper. So I'll just be honest, chili, it didn't really do anything for me. It wasn't really anything all that special. I felt like you had to mix everything into it in order to enjoy it, like the sour cream and the cheese, which I know sometimes is the point, but like it didn't really stand on its own. And then it was only extra good when you added a little bit of a bite of the cornbread that came with it. So I give it a 5 out of 10. Like, it wasn't bad, but the redeeming quality is this peanut butter chocolate imperial stout. This. Yeah, I like that. Definitely like that. It's got a good flavor. It's actually not too heavy despite being a stout. And the flavors are just kind of there. It's not in your face, so that's a really good one. And I don't even need to say anything. Michelle probably is just going to tell you how much she loved the ravioli again.
Food good.
We have come to Belgium, and in Belgium we picked up the beer braised beef served with smoked Gouda mashed potatoes, and I also picked up the beer flight, which is the Brewery van Steenberg Gulden Draak Triple Ale, the Brewery St. Bernardus Dragon Wit, and the Brewery Victa Duchas Red, there we go, Sweet and Tart Cherry Ale. And Michelle picked up the Belgian chilled coffee with Chocolat Deluxe salted caramel chocolate liqueur. That beef was excellent. The short rib with the potatoes, it was just excellent. And especially the cheese in the potatoes, nice and creamy. I only had one large piece of beef in there that was a little dry, but the rest of it was fine. And I thought it was great. And Michelle tried it too, but she also had her coffee. But with the beers, I'm going to say the winner was definitely the cherry one. The cherry tart, like not so tart, not so sour, not so sweet. Perfect cherry beer. I enjoyed that one. It was very refreshing after the beef. The beef, by the way, was really heavy, and I kept saying, I shouldn't finish this, as I started shoving more in my mouth. It was really good. So I'm going to get Michelle's opinion on the beef, and she tried the cherry one, and I think she liked that one too, but she also had that coffee, and let's see what she thinks of it.
So I thought the beef dish was really tasty. I'm glad we didn't get two, though, because a couple bites, and I was good. It's very heavy, and it's very hot out, so I was good after a few bites of that. The coffee was also terrible, as you can see. It was really tasty. It was something different. I enjoyed it.
You don't see the characters of Palooza very often.
You don't? Well, here you are.
Hi, Al.
Welcome to BigAl's line. If you guys have any autograph books, I see you have those open, phones and cameras out and ready. And my name is Macy if you have any questions.
You were always my favorite.
Oh,
Blood on the Saddle will always be in my heart.
The best one. The best one.
I love, especially love it.
He knows.
Especially when you interrupt with Blood on the Saddle that one time. I always laugh every time.
That is too good. Hi, welcome to BigAl's line.
Thanks, Big Al. We're gonna smile right there. Hey. Thanks, Big Al. Love ya. Have a great day. Good luck, okay? So, what you're seeing going on behind me, this isn't food and wine related, but I'm going to put it in the video anyway. This is called a character Palooza, and a character Palooza, they show up randomly, and it's oftentimes characters trying to learn how to do their role well. Just shh. That's a behind the scenes little thing. I just met with BigAl. BigAl did a great job. Great job, BigAl. So did you, Macy, the character handler. But this is called, again, this is called a character Palooza, and it's about like how to learn the role of the character. I don't know if you can see it while you're looking in there, but this, one of the things, because I have a zoom, I can't zoom on this camera lens that I have on here because it's a prime lens, but hopefully you can see it. They have the Food and Wine Festival flags hanging in the town for the train. Now the train's not running today because it's been raining a lot, but I think that's really cool that these flags are hanging in miniature down there in the town. This isn't exactly food and wine, but this is new. This is the Mickey chocolate sandwich with a caramel and cream cookie sandwich base. And I got one of my favorite treats. This is the dark chocolate caramel with sea salt. And we got them all from right here at the Karamel Küche, which is the Caramel Kitchen, sponsored by Werther's. And these are just some of our favorite treats, right? You excited about the new one? Yeah. So the sea salt, dark chocolate caramel, absolutely one of my favorite little treats to get here. I recommend highly getting it. It's very good caramel, high quality caramel, high quality chocolate, and a little bit of salt on the top to kind of finish it out. I recommend that fully to anybody who's interested in that from the Karamel Küche. It's not on the food and wine thing, but it's a nice little extra treat. Now that cookie, wow, Michelle gave me an ear, and that is all I'm going to eat because it is super, super sweet, super, super rich and dense. And I was just kind of like, yep, the ear was enough. It's good, but that's about what it is. Let's see what Michelle says, though, and I'm pretty sure it's going to match what I just said.
Yeah, same thing. It's very good, but the filling is just way too much sugar. The cookie is good by itself. It's not overly sweet. The filling is just way too much. It's too much sugar. It's just too much overall. So they made it.
If you wanted it,
it's good. It would have been fine being like a third of the size for me.
Told you. This is a really cool thing right now. As you notice, the drawbridge is open between the refreshment outpost and China, and they're bringing out the Luminous Barges, and you can see the giant engines that they have on them. They keep them backstage to load them with their fireworks, and then they bring them out in the middle of the day for the Luminous show, and this drawbridge gets raised up while they do it. So what I've just been told by the lovely cast member named Vicky is that this occurs twice. They bring out 3 of the barges, and then they'll bring out the other 2 later, but they need to close the drawbridge after the third one comes out so that they can get guests moving along the World Showcase. I mean, everyone's got to get to their next World Showcase pavilion to drink from, so that's how that works. However, there's the barge emerging from the backstage area and the drawbridge. Michelle is currently holding my Shoefferhoeffer Lemon Zest Hefeweizen, which I'm going to steal back from her. Shoefferhoeffer Lemon Zest from the Germany pavilion. It's the only thing I really wanted from there because it's the only thing that's new. This sounds good. And I found out from cast member Renata, it's the only place in the world you can get it is right here at the Food and Wine Festival. Oh, that is super refreshing. I like that. I like that. As we're heading to get our Fromage Montage completer prize, we make sure to stop here at this PhotoPass location because this is where you get a specially Muppet branded PhotoPass location. And if you have PhotoPass or if you want a really cool picture to remember the Food and Wine Festival from, this is where you get it. So when you have completed Emile's Fromage Montage and you've gotten your 5 stamps, you come on over here near the port of entry shop and you see the shimmering sips booth. You can bring your passport here and you will earn your completer prize. Complete with our Maelstrom and our blood orange margaritas from La Cava, we have picked up our completer prize for finishing the Fromage Montage. This was going to be our final treat of our little trek around the Food and Wine Festival. And this is a cream cheese and berry with a little bit of cream cheese, like a cream cheese topper that comes in a cup that you get to keep. And it's a pretty cool cup. I have one of these from a previous finish, but this is a nice sweet treat we're gonna enjoy together. All right. Big finale. For the day. What was your favorite thing for the day?
favorite thing for the day is my favorite overall is that pumpkin ravioli. I'm back for seconds.
Yeah, and back for seconds on the second day, so it makes the pumpkin ravioli. My favorite for the day was actually probably that pork slider from Hawaii. That was really good. That's probably my second favorite overall, because my favorite overall, surprisingly, is a small thing. It's that Spain charcuterie board that I had with the manchego cheese and the jamon. It was so good, and it was so simple. So good and simple. Loved it. How about favorite drink? Favorite drink?
I'd have to go with the donut cider.
Yeah, because you got two of those.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a donut cider for her.
Repeat.
Yeah. For me, I'm going to actually go with that Shoefferhoeffer lemon zest. I'm a big beer snob. I like a lot of the beer drinks, and there's a lot of great drinks. Like the alcohol that I had was excellent. I never had anything that I did. Well, no, that's not true. There was the one that I said tasted like
Soap.
Like soap. Yeah, there was that one beer that tasted like soap. But other than that, I think all the other every other beer I ever had on this any of the drinks I had were good. But that Shoefferhoeffer lemon zest was surprisingly light, and she liked it. So it was a Michelle will drink it. That's pretty cool stuff. We've had an excellent couple days at Food and Wine Fest. It was nice to be here right at the beginning, so we're kind of experiencing without anyone's opinions really shading what we felt about it.
Yeah.
And I know you're doing that by watching this video, but we hope that we helped you pick out some great things. I mean, we didn't get to try everything, but we tried to do new stuff, things we hadn't done before, and try to just have a good time. And it was a really great short visit here to Epcot to do our Food and Wine Fest, and I'm really glad to share it with the beautiful wife on both of those days. Anything you want to add, like tips, anything that you thought of while we were going through? Besides pace yourself?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it definitely was the difficult part.
I'd grab a book at the start or look online and check off the priorities and go from there.
Yeah, that's totally what we did. We were like, this is what we want to try, this is what we're not going to get because we've had it before. These are the things we're definitely going to get again because we loved them. Yeah, so yeah, that's definitely a great tip. Definitely a great tip. We hope you've enjoyed our time at Food and Wine Festival. We've enjoyed sharing it with you. We have to catch a plane, and there's a storm coming in, so we're hoping it doesn't affect that plane because we need to get back to Philadelphia. Boo. But we hope you've enjoyed watching this with us. We look forward to having you make comments down below what your favorite thing at the Food and Wine Festival is. And like we always say, we don't like to say goodbye because we're going to see you real soon. So we say, see you, bye.